The practice of sports in Argentina is varied due to the population's diverse European origins and the mostly mild climate. Association football is the most popular discipline, and other sports played both professionally and recreatively: athletics, auto racing, basketball, boxing, cricket, cycling, field hockey, fishing, golf, handball, mountaineering, paddle tennis, polo, roller hockey, rowing, rugby union, sailing, skiing, swimming, tennis and volleyball. Argentine achievements can be found both in team sports such as association football, basketball, field hockey and rugby union, and individual sports such as boxing, golf, tennis and rowing. Pato, the national sport, is not very popular. Argentina is one of the most important sport powers in the region, ending at the top of the medal count at the South American Games since 1978, exceptions being 2002 and 2010. In the all-time medal table of the Pan American Games, Argentina holds first place among South American countries and fourth place in the Americas, behind the United States, Canada and Cuba. Despite a relative lack of success at the Olympic level in more traditional sports like athletics, swimming, and gymnastics, Argentina has had successful participations in other sports like association football, basketball, field hockey, roller hockey, paddle tennis, polo and rugby union. Football. Association football is the most popular sport in Argentina and part of the country's culture. The sport is played by children during breaks at school and by grown-ups on the plenty of both indoor and outdoor fields located throughout the country. The national team has won the FIFA World Cup twice, successive Olympic gold medals, 14 Copa Arma Copyright Rica, 1 Confederations Cup and 6 World Youth Championships. Argentine clubs have won the Copa Libertadores, the top continental competition, a record 22 times, and the Intercontinental Cup or FIFA Club World Cup 8 times, a record shared with Brazilian clubs. The Argentine Primera División is the top-level domestic competition. The country's most famed football idol is Diego Maradona. Actually, the most famous football player is Lionel Messi. Argentina's fiercest rival is Brazil, and their rivalry is sometimes known as the Battle of the South Americans. They have played each other numerous times in the Copa Arma Copyright Rica and the Confederations Cup, and their clubs have met several times in the Copa Libertadores finals. Argentina is one of the few national teams in association football that have beaten Brazil on a regular basis. Argentine and Brazilian national youth teams have also met at various tournaments. At the 2008 Summer Olympics, the under-23 teams met in the semi-finals, with Argentina winning 3-0 in a hard-fought game. In addition, the aforementioned Maradona has been often compared with Brazilian iconic player Pelé. Copyright. Women's football is far behind in terms of popularity and professionalism. However, the women's national team has competed in the South American Championship since 1995, finishing as runner-up 3 times before winning the competition in 2006 with a 5-0 victory over Brazil. The national team also played in the 2003 and the 2007 FIFA Women's World Cups, but finished last in its group on both occasions. Basketball. Basketball is a very popular sport, mostly in the provinces of Argentina. The Basketball Clubs Association organizes the Liga Nacional de Basket, the top-level league in the country. Although the national team won the first FIBA World Championship in 1950, the sport did not gain country-wide popularity until the 2000s, when the national team conquered the Olympic gold medal at the 2004 Summer Olympics and had a good performance in the 2002 and 2006 World Championships, finishing on the 2nd and 4th position respectively. The national team also won a bronze medal at the 2008 Summer Olympics. Argentine NBA star Emmanuel Ginóbili also won NBA championship rings in 2003, 2005, 2007 and 2014 as a member of the San Antonio Spurs. The 2007 victory included compatriot Fabricio Alberto. The national team has also won the 2001 Tournament of the Americas and the 2011 FIBA Americas Championship. Although women's basketball is not professional in Argentina, the national team participates in most international competitions, reaching their highest point at the 2006 FIBA World Championship for Women where they finished in the 9th place. Rugby Union. Rugby union is a popular and largely amateur sport. However, despite this amateurism, the national team have become one of the most powerful in the sport, finishing third in the 2007 Rugby World Cup and rising as high as third in the World Rugby rankings immediately after. Since November 2004, Argentina have picked up at least one win over all the participants in Europe's Six Nations Championship, drawn with the British and Irish Lions and narrowly lost to the All Blacks, who were forced to survive a last-second assault on their try line. In particular, the Pumas have enjoyed a dominating record in recent years against France, going 7-2 since 2000, with a total points against of 7. For the first 20 years of the sport's professional era, dating from 1996, most important Argentine players have emigrated to Europe. Probably the best-known players are 1970s and 1980s star Hugo Porter. Augusto Picot, Pumas captain during their 2007 World Cup run and later a key Argentine rugby administrator. His successor as captain, Felipe Contepomi. Current star utility back Juan Martín Hernández. 1990s star and later Pumas head coach Santiago Phelan. Marcelo Lofrada, who coached the team during their 2007 World Cup run before leaving to take up the coaching post at English club Power Leicester Tigers. And current head coach Daniel Arcade. In 2012 Argentina joined New Zealand, Australia and South Africa in the Tri-Nations Championship, which then became the Rugby Championship. In 2014 Argentina took their first victory in this competition, against Australia in the first round. Argentina further cemented its links with Sanzao when the country was added to that body's Super Rugby competition, which will add teams based in Argentina and Japan in 2016. Handball. Handball is a firmly growing sport in Argentina, with the men's national team regularly qualifying for the World Championship. Argentina has started producing world-class talent, such as the brothers Diego Simonet and Sebastián Simonet. Tennis. Tennis has been quite popular among people of all ages since the 1970s, after both Guillermo Vilas and later Gabriela Sabatini in the 1980s reached a number 2 position and won several Grand Slams. Even though no Argentine player has thus far reached the first place at the ATP rankings, many Argentines have been among the most important in the circuit. During the 2000s a number of Argentine players were among the top 10 and the 2004 French Open featured an all-Argentine final. Gaston Cubden Gaudio have won the Roland Garros in 2004. At the 2005 Tennis Masters Cup, David Nalbandian defeated world number 1 Roger Federer and the tournament gathered 4 Argentine players, an all-time record for any nationality. Most recently, Juan Martín del Potro has emerged as one of the leading players in the world, having won the 2009 US Open a few days before his 21st birthday. Argentina has won the World Team Cup 4 times, in 1980, 2002, 2007 and 2010 and has reached the semi-finals of the Davis Cup 7 times in the last 10 years, losing the finals against Russia in 2006 and Spain in 2008 and 2011. The Argentine team also played the final in 1981, where they lost against the United States. Field hockey. The women's national team, Los Leones, is one of the usual top contenders in the premier tournaments in field hockey, having conquered the World Cup in 2002 and 2010. In the Olympics, they have won the silver medal in 2000 and 2012, as well as bronze in 2004 and 2008. Also, Los Leones have won the annual Hockey Champions Trophy on 6 occasions, in 2001, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2012 and 2014. The men's national team has won the bronze medal at the 2008 Men's Hockey Champions Trophy and at the 2014 Men's Hockey World Cup in The Hague, Netherlands. They also have won hockey tournament at the Pan American Games on 9 occasions and the 2005, 2007 and 2012 Champions Challenges. They are usually positioned among the top 10 teams in the world. Rink hockey. Rink hockey is mainly played in the Cuba region. Argentine players have an international quality, with the men's national team winning 5 rink hockey world championship titles. The women's national team is the world's most successful team, having won 5 first women's roller hockey World Cup titles. Argentine clubs such as Olimpia and UVT have also won international titles. Boxing. For a list of Argentine boxers, see category, Argentine boxers. Pascual Par Copyright Res was Argentina's first world boxing champion. There are Argentine boxing legends such as Carlos Monza Cubden, Santos Laquia, Juan Mata Nkoggi and Nicolino Locke who held the world champions title in their categories. Argentine boxers have, as of 2004, earned 24 Olympic medals, including 7 gold medals. Argentine boxer Victor Galindez was the 3rd Latin American to win the world's light heavyweight title. Galindez died after he was run over by a car during an auto racing competition in which he took part. In 1994, WBA world middleweight champion Jorge Castro knocked out John David Jackson in the 9th round to retain his title in Monterrey, Mexico. Since Castro was on the brink of suffering a technical knockout loss when he won the fight, the punch with which he beat Jackson has become known as boxing's version of Diego Maradona's Hand of God goal. Marcelan Aqua ±A is a world champion female boxer, and arguably one of the most popular fighters of the 2000s in Argentina. Other fighters, such as Oscar Bonavena, Juan Roldan N., and Luis Firpo, did not win world championships, but were also popular among boxing fans during their years as professional fighters. On April 17, 2010, Sergio Martinez outpointed American Kelly Pavlik in Atlantic City to become the lineal middleweight champion of the world. Marcos Rena copyright Maidana has also been champion in 2009, 2010, 2011 and 2012. Volleyball. Volleyball has a professional male league. Argentina national volleyball team's best achievements are the bronze medals at the 1988 Summer Olympics and 1982 FIVB Men's World Championship. The male team is usually ranked by the FIVB among the top 10 national teams in the world. The national team won the Pan American Games in 2 occasions. Female volleyball is not played professionally. The female team is less important internationally than its male counterpart. Auto racing. From rallying to Formula One, auto racing is a sport followed by a number of fans in Argentina. Formula One legend Juan Manuel Fangio was 5-time world champion, and has held the record of most victories for many years. Years after Fangio's career was over, Carlos Reutemann was the best-known Argentine driver of the 1970s. More recently Jose copyright Mara La Cubed Pez has emerged as one of the world's top touring car drivers, winning the World Touring Car Championship in 2014. Argentine competitions include the TC 2000 and Turismo Carretera Road Racing Series, as well as Rally Argentina of the World Rally Championship. Argentina has also hosted the 2009, 2010, 2011 and 2014 editions of the Dakar Rally, along with Chile. Former events include the defunct Formula One Argentine Grand Prix and World Sports Car Championships 1000 km Buenos Aires. Golf. Among the best in South America, important Argentine golfers include Roberto de Vicenzo, Antonio Serda, Jose copyright Car Cubed Series, Eduardo Romero, Angel Cabrera, Andrea copyright S. Romero and Ricardo Gonzalez. De Vicenzo and Serda won the 1953 Canada Cup. In history, Argentine golfers won 3 majors, Roberto de Vicenzo the British Open in 1967, and Angel Cabrera the U.S. Open in 2007 and the Augusta Masters in 2009. Polo. Argentina's polo team won their first Olympic gold medal in 1924 and the second medal in 1936. Adolfo Cambiaso, Gonzalo Piers, his brother Facundo, the Novillo Estrada brothers, the Higuaín, and Tommy Iriart are currently ranked amongst the best polo players in the world. The 3 most important polo tournaments in the world, the Argentine Open, the Hurlingham Open, and the Tortugues Open are held in Argentina. Historically, Argentina has always been a leading country in this international handicapped sport, and have been uninterrupted world champions since 1949, and Argentine players comprise most of the world's top 10 players. Argentina has won 4 World Polo Championships. Cricket. Cricket has been played in Argentina since 1806, with the international side making its first appearance in 1868, against the Uruguayan national team. The sport regained some popularity, due to the national team's participation at the World Cricket League, and the Argentina national women's cricket team at the women's version of the ICC Americas Championship. Though cricket is a minor sport, Argentina is the strongest team in mainland South America, and are currently playing in Division 4 of the World Cricket League. There is a huge scope of development of the sport in this country, given that there are a large number of British descendants in Argentina. Olympic Games. Argentina was one of 8 founding members of the International Olympic Committee, and first participated in the Olympic Games in 1900 with one single athlete. Argentine Olympic competitors have, from 1900 to 2012, garnered 70 medals. From 1924 to 1952, its athletes had good showings, giving the Argentine delegations global ranks of between 16th and 19th. From 1956 to 2000, however, Argentina did not win any gold medals, a situation that was reversed in 2004, when it acquired 2 and further so, in 2008 and 2012. On July 4, 2013, Buenos Aires was selected as host city for the 2018 Summer Youth Olympics. Sailing. Argentina won 9 Olympic medals in sailing. The Argentinian experience and level in this sport are high, even between young children competing in optimist-class boats. Carlos Espinola is the sailor who won most Olympic medals in this sport with 4. Another sailor, Santiago Lang, has won the World Championships on 4 occasions, in 1985, 1993, 1995 and 2004. Padel tennis. Padel tennis is played by 4.5 million amateur players in 35,000 courts. It is the most participated sport in Argentina. 1. Professional players compete in national circuit of tournaments and Argentinian professional wrestling. Argentina has won 17 titles at the Padel Tennis World Championship. Par copyright tank. Par copyright tank is a popular sport played by more than 500,000 amateurs, whom 4,000 have a license from the Argentinian Federation. There is no professional players. Argentina plays in international competitions and World Championship. In 2009, Argentina was 15th in the world ranking among 62 countries. Despite good performances in World Championship, Argentina has not won any World Champion titles. The Federation of Argentina became a member of the FAR Copyright DAO Copyright Ration International de Par Copyright Tank Asia Provena Section AL in 1950. Team nicknames. International events. Argentina has hosted a wide range of international competitions, among them, Key, A, partially or wholly hosted in Avellaneda, B, partially or wholly hosted in Buenos Aires, C, partially or wholly hosted in Cuba DOBA, E, partially or wholly hosted in Esperanza, J, partially or wholly hosted in Jujuy, LP, partially or wholly hosted in La Plata Northern Mariana Islands, partially or wholly hosted in March del Plata, M, partially or wholly hosted in Mendoza, N, partially or wholly hosted in Nicaragua Copyright N, Q, partially or wholly hosted in Quilmes, R, partially or wholly hosted in Rosario, S, partially or wholly hosted in Salta, SJ, partially or wholly hosted in San Juan, SF, partially or wholly hosted in Santa Fe, TA, partially or wholly hosted in Tandil, TI, partially or wholly hosted in Tigre, TU, partially or wholly hosted in San Miguel de Tucumán, V, partially or wholly hosted in Villa Ballester. References